painting is so nectar. Hey, check this out, man.
Wow, that's a really cool painting. You know, I like this museum. It's really rich in American history.
Isn't it? Isn't it? Look at it. It's like awesome. But one question though. Who's that guy in the middle there?
Are you kidding, guys? We just learned that in Mrs. Carlota's class. Where'd you guys go? Did the painting suck you in? I'm coming after you. I say, sir, this day will mark a great deal of change in American government. That tyrant Adams will be pulled off his throne and replaced by a more accomplished, dependable, and pacifistic Jefferson. Aaron Burr will make a great vice president, too.
Rubbish! President Adams and the future Vice President Pinckney have so much support from the North that it's impossible. Impossible for Jefferson to win. The people of America know that Democratic Republicans will corrupt America with their anti-national bank policies and their ideas of strong state government. Federalists will rule America for the next 4 years. If not longer. That is my vote.
All the votes have been cast. We have tabulated the results, and they are as follows. John Jay, 1 vote. Charles Pinckney, 64 votes. John Adams, 65 votes. Thomas Jefferson.
Come on. Come on.
Come on, Jefferson. Come on. If there is a God. Oh, come on.
There's no way Jefferson's gonna win. There's no way.
You better watch yourself.
There's no way he's gonna win. There's no way.
You better watch yourself.
Federalists will rule forever.
You better watch yourself.
Watch yourself.
Yeah. Order. 73 votes. Aaron Burr, 73 votes. It seems as though we have a tie. A tie. Aaron Burr and Jefferson both have 73 votes. Go.
I do believe it is my right to run for presidency against my party companion, Mr. Jefferson.
Indeed, the Constitution states that a tie in electoral votes for the presidency means that the House of Representatives is to choose among all the candidates to elect a president. Each state delegation receives a single vote. The date is February 17th, 1801. The results of the votes of the state delegations in the House of Representatives show a tie between Mr. Burr and Mr. Jefferson. Revote! Tie, revote, tie, revote. Tie, revote. A flippin' tie, come on guys, revote. It's a joke. Tie, revote. 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 Bloody hell! Another revote! What is this?
Men, I do believe that we are wasting our times in this monotonous process. For the betterment of our nation, and to finish in a timely manner, we must carefully evaluate our decisions. Federalists, please recognize the great promise of Thomas Jefferson, and understand that he is the man that deserves to be president. That
all.
That was a weird dream. Oh my golly gee, it seems as though the Federalists from Vermont, Maryland, and Delaware have abstained from voting. All the other votes have been counted and a result has been achieved. Mr. Thomas Jefferson is the next President of the United States of America.
Tell me what you want, what you really, really want. If you want to be my lover. We want our Mississippi territory back.
Nosotros no vamos a parar. Usted puede tener.
Au revoir, señor.
Good day, Napoleon. We want to buy New Orleans so that we can finally trade there.
Greetings, Monroe. Why would we sell a port that controls trade on the profitable Mississippi River?
Bonjour, Napoleon. We know you don't want a U.S.-British alliance.
Livingston, you can't be threatening us, can you?
The highest we can offer for New Orleans is $10 million.
Would you be willing to purchase all of Louisiana instead? I need money for my wars in Europe. The British control the high seas, and I will be forced to hand over Louisiana as a gift. I would rather sell Louisiana to the U.S., knowing that one day the U.S. may oppose British ambitions in this new world. It would be rather a price, though.
Well, that would be a lot of money for such a new nation.
Do it, Livingston! Remember that Jefferson told you to buy New Orleans for no more than $10 million, and to get as much extra land to the east as possible. Not only will this double our land, but we will get full control of the Mississippi River and trade among many people from new lands. We will quickly advance as a nation.
We will take New Orleans along with the territory of Louisiana for $10 million.
No. 20 million.
Let's say 11 million.
19 million.
12 million.
18 million.
13 million.
17 million.
13 and a half million.
16 and a half million.
14 million.
15 million. 15 million.
15 million.
Huzzah! It's a deal.
This museum is so boring.
Hello, little boys, little toys, with the dreams you'll believe in, crawling up the walls, running down your face. Razor sharp, razor clean, feel the weapon sensation.
I can't believe Jefferson and Sally Hemings have a thing.
Her real name is Sarah, you know.
It's so typical of the century. He promised his wife he would never marry, so I think that's why she remains a slave.
Yeah, it's weird because his wife, Martha Wales, is Sally's half-sister.
Yeah, their dad was John Wales. Sally was born somewhere around 1773.
Yeah, but Sally's mom was Elizabeth Hemings, and Martha's mom had the same name.
Yeah, they were both Martha Wales.
No way!
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
That's some sort of incest, right?
No, but it was unorthodox. It started when Thomas Jefferson took a trip to France in 1784, and he brought Sally.
I love the design he got from that trip, though.
I love the octagonal dome design and the mezzanine second story.
Oh, if only my house was like that.
She got pregnant 2 years after that trip.
Who do you think the father was?
Funny, because Jefferson had 6 children with Martha and 6 with Sally.
I know.
Hopefully, he'll free her and her children.
I think Monticello's beautiful.
Mr. President,
Yes, sir.
the pirates are attacking our ships.
Not again. Why is this Muslim-Christian conflict never ending?
I don't know, but they mean it this time. They're demanding money.
How much money, sir?
Too much money, sir. The Pasha of Tripoli is demanding $225,000 and an annual sum of $20,000.
Cathcart, that's preposterous. That much money just for them not to attack our ships?
Yes, Mr. President, and they threaten to declare war in the next 6 months if the demands are not met.
Sure. We cannot take this nonsense. Cathcart, lesson in the Navy.
Although it would not be my first choice, such an action is necessary.
Master, I have news. I have heard the Americans refuse to give in to our demands. We must act.
This is the last straw. I think I'm going to have to cut their flagstaff down on the consulate.
I guess this means war.
Men, we've officially blockaded the city of Tripoli. I don't know how long we can hold them off for, but for now, we're holding our position strong.
Well, from the looks of it, we're gonna end up on that sandbar in approximately 10 seconds.
No, this can't be happening.
Bloody hell, they're burning our ship.
Everyone.
No. I would rather see the ship go up in flames than go in your hands. Even though you've enslaved some of my men, and we've been fighting for 5 years, I think it's time we come together and agree.
Okay. I want my $60,000 and I'll return your men.
I think I can meet those demands, but only if you agree to stop your acts of piracy and all the enslaved men are returned. Then I will agree to such a treaty.
Okay. It's a deal.
Deal.
I'm an American. What are you doing?
Not anymore.
You can't do that.
Justin! The impressment of our own countrymen is violating our rights, and the disruption of our trade is hurting our economy. Our sailors at sea, solely focused on the act of economic pursuit, should not have to endure these acts of treachery. Our trade is threatened and an embargo is necessary. It will show the European nations the importance of American trade and force them to reopen trade and rid us of their blockades.
Gentlemen, please take a seat.
Mr. President, this embargo has hurt us more than it has benefited us. We're about to enter a horrible recession. There's been a 75% decrease in exports and a 50% decrease in imports. As a southern farmer myself, I used to be able to export my surplus cotton and tobacco, But now, I can't generate the extra money, and I actually fear for my business.
Mr. President, I also agree with the American public. What was meant to help us has hurt us. It's just unbelievable. I believe it needs to be repealed.
Under these extreme circumstances, I agree with the general public that it is best for us to repeal this act, as it is hurting our economy more than it is helping us. It's my view, it's the public's view, and it's the future's view.
Whoa! Did we just come out? Wait, where's Ryan and Alex?
Oh my God!
What just happened?
But wait, Alex, where's Reno? Where is that kid?
Is he still in the painting?
What? Reno? What are you're okay? Reno, where'd you get that? He must have suffered some type of mental... Reno, you okay, buddy? How many fingers am I holding up?
Sorry. 3.
You okay, man?
Yeah, I'm fine. That's all.
Guys, do you realize what just happened? This painting right here, that is a painting of the Embargo Act. We were just in that. Like, that was us in there. That's crazy. The whole significance of one with the Embargo Act. I mean, Jefferson put it in place, hoping that it would help our country, but it didn't help at all. It didn't do anything. You were in there. You heard that farmer. You guys heard him. He said that he had there was 75% decrease in exports and a 50% decrease in imports. They're going into a recession. Jefferson originally thought that it would help, but it literally just didn't work. And thankfully he repealed it and took it out of existence. But you guys wrap your minds around that? We were just in there. This museum is crazy. Dude, we just came out of a flippin' painting!
Oh my God!
This reminds me so much of a movie I saw, guys. It was like Tuesday at the museum.
No, I'm pretty sure it was Thursday at the museum.
Oh, yeah. Alright, well, anyway. We just came out of that painting, man. Like, we went through the Embargo Act, right? But nothing really worked out. And also, before that, did you guys feel like we're in the, Barbary Wars or something? Did you guys get that feeling?
I got that feeling.
You did?
I did too.
Because, what was that guy's name? Pasha. Did you remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy. And just to agree with Jefferson, the only thing that came out of that was that it expanded the Navy, the U.S. Navy. That's all it did. That was just crazy.
And Jefferson didn't even want to go into war.
Exactly.
He had to go against his own values.
He had, as he said, self-proclaimed pacifism.
Yeah.
He went to war, man.
He's a hypocrite.
I guess that's what happens, but you gotta do what you gotta do, but...
Yeah. Some people.
And with the treaty that they made, it was so flawed, it's not even funny.
Yeah, and the pirates just went against it 2 years later.
I know! He paid all that money. That's cash money, man. That's dinero that he just threw away. And they just went back to doing what they were doing. Unbelievable. And know what's even more unbelievable?
It's just not right.
We saw that.
And the Louisiana Purchase, remember when we were in that?
Yeah, man.
That was crazy with Napoleon and those Spanish envoys. They never could have gotten that land if it wasn't for the Spanish giving it up.
Yeah.
Back to the French.
Dude, that was really, really interesting, man.
And then when the U.S. negotiated, they really got a deal for it. Jefferson said that they could only go up to $10 million for New Orleans. And they did that, but he never said they couldn't get anything to the West for more. Yeah. So they got a lot more to the West. It almost doubled their land. And by getting control of the Mississippi through the negotiations, they gained so many more trade opportunities because it went right through the nation, and there are so many trade routes located along the river that it basically secured them becoming a more wealthy nation.
Yeah, man. I don't even know what to say.
It was crazy.
Yeah, Mrs. Carlota's class just last week when we read the chapter. I was like, okay, I read it, I learned it, but
yeah, I mean,
we went to a painting of all things, and we saw it, man. You yourself were like,
I was there.
You were right there. You were within spitting distance of Jefferson.
It was unreal. I mean, I just can't believe we were there for the defining moment in U.S. history where a president would set the precedent for presidents buying land, and I mean, it was just such. Wow. Once they bought that land,
moment, man.
They got a taste, and they just couldn't get enough of that taste.
What a moment! We were there.
It was crazy. I can't believe it.
It's pretty incredible, man.
Guys, the Barbary Wars had nothing on the Sally Hemings controversy. In the second presidential election, most of his opponents would argue against him because he argued that against slavery, and the fact that he didn't even free Sally went against everything he was saying. It was another example of him being extremely hypocritical, as his opponents try to point out. And the other fact that he had told his wife he wouldn't marry, so he just had a scandalous, intimate relationship, was a big deal. However, during that century, no one cared because it was quite common, and all his political opponents' arguments really carried no weight, and he eventually still remained president. But it was still a big deal because it led to DNA testing later, and they proved, even though he denied that he had children with her, he had 6. Big fact.
But guys, I think we can all agree that the election of 1800 was one of the most important events in Jefferson's presidency. Firstly, Jefferson's election into the office was the first peaceful transition of power between political parties in the presidency, and it paved the way for many more peaceful transitions of political power that even to this day are still peaceful. Also, Alexander Hamilton played a very crucial role in shaping the future of America by convincing Federalists to abstain from voting and therefore electing Jefferson to be president through his poignant speeches. However, the most important thing of the election of 1800 was that through all the silliness of the revotes and the indistinct ballots that did not distinguish between vice president and president, it paved way for the 12th Amendment. The 12th Amendment states that there are clear and separate ballots for the presidency and the vice presidency.
The candidate with the greatest number of votes will become elected if a majority of the electors have voted for them. If there is no majority, the House will vote among the 3 highest candidates for the presidency and elect someone.
In the case of the vice president, if there is not a majority of electoral votes for a candidate for the vice presidency, then the Senate will vote among the 3 highest candidates and they will elect a vice president.
So, hey, guys, remember, what was that,
Maddie!
Oh yeah,
Maddie!
she was with us.
She was with us.
What happened?
What happened to her?
Maybe we can...
Yeah, let's
We
look.
should, find her.
Oh my god!